Hello guys, it's Rackman. Welcome back to another reaction video. So today we're going to be doing a reaction video for Neymar'S Family Must Be Stopped, man. FTW, man. So shout out to FNG, man, for creating this video, man. The link will be in the description. Definitely check out the original video. Definitely like, definitely subscribe to my boy FNG channel, man. Neymar'S, man. Shout out to you, man. Neymar'S, shout out to you, man. So yeah, even though there's no football, man, he's still making these videos, man. So I really appreciate these videos. But with that, man, we're gonna get into this. Here we go.
Acá el árbitro lo amonesta a Padilla por simular.
Wait. This Ecuador.
Ref, I'm in pain. He's hit me. Woody, I'm the ref. What are you?
Yeah, that's funny.
Strap me to an oak tree and call me Jennifer. It's football this week again. Who would have thought FTW is still running at a time when there hasn't even been football for not only a week, but for about 3 of them? You could argue this lockdown might be getting to my head. I'm still at home. I'm extremely bored. Someone posted a compilation for Pele on Twitter the other day, and I genuinely watched it. My diet has gone downhill drastically. There's probably prison inmates getting better meals than me. I'm getting no exercise. I've got the fitness of Tanguy and Dombele in your local park, and human interaction is at an all-time low. I'm having to make friends with the inanimate objects in my room. That's okay, take your time. But despite all of that, I'd still argue I'm holding it together better than Neymar'S Family. Last time on How I Piped My Mother.
No!
He's lying on top of his own mom. I'll be real with you lads, they've done it again. How many times
what have they done this time?
Expose this family? News has dropped this week that Neymar'S mum is seeing someone new after breaking up with her husband and Neymar'S father. Now that's brilliant, isn't it? You know, she's moved on, she's found someone new, hopefully she's happy, and there's absolutely no problems with that. Except there's many, spoiler alert, there's a lot of problems. He's 22. The new guy that Neymar'S mum is seeing is 22. Neymar is 28. Neymar'S potential stepdad is 6 years younger than Neymar himself. I've had enough. This doesn't even make sense. The biology here just isn't adding up, which in itself doesn't make sense because there's not much addition.
Shout out to him, man.
Listen, I did A-level biology, okay? I know about these things. How is the family tree gonna work? There's children in this tree that are gonna have grandparents that are younger than their actual parents. Uncles are gonna be younger than cousins. Big man, this has just messed up the whole family situation. Neymar'S gonna be telling back in my day stories to his own father. People are gonna ask who raised the stepdad. His son probably did. This is out of control. Neymar'S gonna end up taking his own stepdad to uni. Who acts as who at parents' evening? I've got so many questions. This mum has completely discombobulated the whole family. In fairness, it was pretty raucous anyway. Neymar commented on his mum's Insta announcing the relationship, about how happy he was. He was probably commenting through the tears, given he's now got competition for his own mum. But then again, he's got his sister, so I guess that's okay. I mean, it's not okay at all. It's far from that. You know what? I've had enough. I've seen the light. I'm calling the local authorities. Who even is this man? Who is Neymar'S new stepdad? So his name's Thiago Ramos. He's 22. He's a professional gamer. He's a Real Madrid fan, of course. And he's pretty big on TikTok, I heard. So we'll take a look at one of his videos and see what it's saying.
Oh my god. No.
I can't do this. I can't do this. If you're gonna be the stepdad of a famous footballer, you've got to have better footwork still than this. I mean, what's the hip movement? And there's no dive at the end, so you can't be affiliated with Neymar anyway. All in all, this family is a lost cause, and there's no saving them. There just isn't. Another man in the headlines this week is Graham Souness, and it's all to do with Paul Pogba. Shock. So for those that don't know, Graham Souness is a pundit on Sky Sports in the UK, and he's had some very choice words to say about Paul Pogba, about his temperament, and about his effect in the changing room and whether he's a good player or not. He also was a pretty tidy player in his time. He won the Champions League equivalent with Liverpool as captain back in the 80s. And this has been going on for about a year and a half now, pretty much relentlessly. And having been rinsed by Graham Souness, Paul Pogba was asked about it in the media and responded by saying he didn't even really know who Graham Souness was.
Yeah, me neither.
I hate to say it, I hope I don't sound ridiculous. I don't know who this man is.
It got brought up on Sky Sports by Jamie Carragher along with Graham Graham Souness, and they had a bit of a joke about it. But it's led to a debate on Twitter, firstly about who was better and also who's in the right. Now, for a start, anybody who wears their AirPods like this is already a wrong'un. That's 1-0 Pogba already. I'm sorry, I don't make the rules. Having said that, I doubt Paul Pogba could pull off a challenge like this in a game. So it's a bit more even. Twitter had an absolute field day with the whole situation. Graham Souness, Liverpool legend, 1980s. Goals, skills, assists. Who's Pogba?
Jesus Christ. Blood, what is?
UK rapper Dave brought his opinion to the table, implying he'd heard kids say they want to be like Lampard or Ronaldinho. Or
nobody ever.
But no one had ever said they wanted to be like
nobody.
Which is hilarious. I can't lie. But none of his mates were alive when Souness was playing, so that's probably the reason. For a start, comparing them in ability is completely impossible and pointless. They're from completely different eras. The interviewer brought up medals. They've both won a lot. Souness has won 5 titles, 3 European Cups. Pogba's won way more individual stuff, and he's won a World Cup. The actual argument here isn't really about ability or medals. It's about who's respected who. In my opinion, Graham Souness doesn't respect Paul Pogba as a person or as a player, so I don't understand people saying that Pogba's being disrespectful when he comes out and says he doesn't know who he is. What should have happened is Pogba replying with, yeah, you see, I know there's a lot of punditry going on in the UK, and a lot of it's really high quality, but you've got to argue that Graham Souness has got to be doing better there. Hello all, and welcome to the beautiful game. The segment where we take a look at the poetic and brilliant side of the game that we love.
Shout out to my boy
back
Pogba.
by popular demand for yet more glorious beauty. Stonking save, to be fair. And that concludes the beautiful game. Now, it's been 4 years since Dejan Lovren scored that goal against Borussia Dortmund at Anfield, and he posted on Insta saying it was one of his favourite moments. Mo Salah replied with, do you mean the only good moment? Nah, this is a career ender. I cannot believe Mo Salah has done this. This is outrageous. Speaking of these guys, Alan Son-Maximin compared himself to one of them this week. Anyway, regardless of that, it's a shithousery award for Salah. Over in Portugal, and you can't stop Cristiano Ronaldo training. His kids have probably already done 14 hours of football training. Let them rest, Cristiano. Let them go on the swings. Eden Hazard confessed this week that he's finding it very difficult to stick to his usual diet and he's eating a lot more. I can't wait for it to go to his already astronomical batty. It's been a year since Brighton defender Shane Duffy famously captained himself on fantasy football, only to concede 7 goals in 2 games. And he was reminded of that on Twitter, and he wasn't best pleased about it.
Who are you? Go on. Just help, just help out, do your job, don't be laughing. Cool.
Huh? Oh! Wow.
Right, listen, Steve, it's a good finish, I'll give him that, but I can't give the goal. The guy crossing it in stood behind the goal, Steve. I know it's only in the park, but do you want an escape from how terrible life is right now? Well, why don't we take a look back down memory lane with FTW Rewind, taking a look at what was happening this week many, many years ago. So on this week, back in 1999, Ryan Giggs scored that solo goal for United against Arsenal in the FA Cup, and he showed off enough chest hair afterwards to lay carpets in 6 semi-detached houses. Remember the time Michael Jackson was invited to Craven Cottage to view Fulham beat Wigan 2-0? Wigan were bad, it was hardly a thriller, but there was a lot of pressure on Fulham's shoulders going into the game and they beat it. Alright, okay, I've gone too far, I'll stop. Nah, mate, it's calm. Don't stop till you get enough of the puns. Yeah, you know what? Cheers, mate. And back in 2001, Australia smashed the record for biggest win in a competitive football match by defeating American Samoa 31-0 across 90 minutes. I think it could have gone to a second leg, personally. Everything's still to play for. Back to the present day, and David Luiz has lost his head.
Yeah, definitely. Yo!
Horrible but also depressing news. This dog is better at ball sports than I will ever be. And Twitter provided arguably the best interaction of the week. Found some aerial pictures my dad took of the Ibrox in the mid-90s. The first couple show the corners have been filled in, but a second showed them still under construction. How tall is your dad? Now though, it is time for Still 0-0, and you guys know the score by now. This is a segment where we take a look at the best of Sunday League and amateur football from the course of the week.
Though.
Again, this segment has no integrity anymore. This probably isn't from this week, but it was found this week, and that's all that matters. And to be fair, it might be one of the best Still 0-0s we've actually had. So Streatham Rovers here are getting ready to face Sydenham. However, they're not exactly best pleased, and that's because Sydenham have rearranged the players on their team sheet so that the surnames spell out SRFC or
Damn.
I can't be bothered. You know what? This is the first Still 0-0 Housery Award. A quite frankly shocking crossover of events. Elsewhere, games in Belarus are still happening, but fans are no longer allowed to go to the games. So they decided to put shirts on the seats and get fans' faces printed off and put in the stadium instead. I'm guessing the president is still suggesting drinking vodka to get rid of coronavirus. Maybe I need to go to Belarus after all. Liverpool have announced a special LFC X Hello Kitty collection. I don't have anything to say, I just needed to put this in the video. I don't know what there is to say. And finally, Chinese international Yu Hanchao has been sacked by his club after being caught tampering with his license plate on his car. Don't know what he was doing, don't know why he was doing it. I imagine he'll be getting 3 points. But on his license rather than a 90 minutes. That, though, is going to wrap up football this week, and I hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then feel free to slap a like on the video and subscribe if you're new to the channel. You can also follow me on social media. It is @theofficialfng on Twitter and on Insta. But it's been a...
So that was the video, man. Check out the original video. Shout out to my boy FNG, man, my boy Neymar'S for creating that video, man. The link will be in the description, man. I'm not a funny video, man. Neymar, you got Neymar, bro. You got a family problem, bro. Y'all need to see somebody, man. Somebody urgent, man. But subscribe, leave a comment, share this video. Let me know what you think about my reaction, man. What's your thought on the video? With that, your boys out of here. We ain't stopping.